Hello, I'm Vincent Koch, the music director and conductor of WCO.
The World Civic Orchestra started as an idea in 2009, but it was a culmination of Vincent Koch, the founding music director's lifelong passion for music, and his family's belief that music and the performing arts can bring people and cultures together and bridge differences. And they were able to put together an orchestra of 87 members, 120 choral singers, representing 18 countries.
We are celebrating the 10th year of the World Civic Orchestra, and I joined it 9 years ago. I played in the concert 2011 and every concert since then, so I played 7 of the 8 concerts. When I think about memorable concerts, everyone is memorable in its own way, but a couple stand out in my mind. One was in 2013. That year we performed our concert in memory and in tribute to the people in Japan that lost their lives when the tsunami created such devastation on the shores of Japan.
I think that as far as a single performance that is the most memorable for me is playing E-flat clarinet in the Berlioz Symphony Fantastique. That's something that I'd always wanted to do, and I love playing the E-flat clarinet. The really cool thing about the World Civic Orchestra is the people.
Members from different countries, ages, languages, and backgrounds are connected through music.
One of my favorite things about being a member of this orchestra is the opportunity it gives you to meet musicians from all over the world and make music with them. And the other thing I like is that my wife and my son are also members of this orchestra. And be able to travel and play with them is a blessing.
Every single piece we have performed is very, very memorable and special for us.
With the orchestra, I played in 4 times in 2 prestigious concert halls. So 3 times in New York in the Lincoln Center and once in Prague in the Rudolfinum. I feel so glad to have the chance to play in so prestigious concert halls that I can choose which one I prefer.
The favorite cities or destinations where we played, for me personally, was Japan. I love traveling to Japan, and this place on Kyushu where we went was new to me. And I've been studying the Japanese language for several years, and I'm always keen to come back, and I would go whenever it's possible. I would go again to Japan.
The concert at the Artillery Hall at Lincoln Center in New York was the most memorable performance for me. The opportunity to play at the hall, where I went as an audience every time I visit New York, was unbelievable and valuable experience.
In terms of the organizations that we've collaborated with many performing arts organizations in the past 10 years. In particular, 2014 was a really important year in that regard when we had our Asia tour. And we collaborated with many organizations in Japan and Taiwan as part of that tour. In 2020, had it not been for the pandemic, we would have had a great collaboration with Kyoto Civic Philharmonic, one of the oldest non-professional ensembles in Japan.
What did I learn about cultures when I played with the World Civic Orchestra? I found that the world is really a very small place. The musicians I played with come from other countries with different customs and languages, but we all share this strong sense of love of music and the desire to work very hard to come together, to unite as one and play with one voice on the day of the concert.
I recall sitting in the hotel lobby with one of our trumpet players, Andrei Molnar, and a young Russian couple came down, and they had just left their homeland and were struggling with the English language. So we tried speaking for a while with limited success, until Andrich started humming a melody of Tchaikovsky's. And then they hummed a folk song back to us. And then I think I came up with a board and melody. And we went back and forth singing melodies of Russian heritage. And it's not that we were great singers, but it's that we knew something of their homeland. And it forged a real bond that evening.
Because we all come from different countries, so we have different native language. So how to communicate to let everybody know what we're thinking, I think is the most difficult thing. But I think the barrier can conquer by music, because only good or bad music. So with the faith to make good music, we can conquer the barrier.
In my section, I had a trumpet player from Canada and another trumpet from Germany. And at first, it was not easy for me to communicate with them. But as soon as the music started, all the barriers fell down and there were no more nationalities. But we were all one, sending a message through beautiful music.